Bear with me, guys. I just stopped the screen share. Okay, can someone on here tell me if I echo?
No echo. You're good.
No echo? Okay. I have two screens going and I have no idea what's going on here. And my computer, everybody, is on a garbage can. Just so I can stand up because I have ants in my pants today and I cannot sit still. Too much coffee. Anyway, all right. My problem is I can't see everybody. Oh, man. All right, let's give this 1 minute real quick to see who else hops in. Scott,
That's
are you
the
here?
creepy thing about Zoom. You can't see them, but they can see you.
I know, I know. And then if I can't see myself, I'm worried about where I stand. Like, are you looking up my nose? Like, what's going on here?
So I saw this funny video meme the other day about saying when we're done wearing all these masks, you know, then everybody's going to be able to see the funny faces you make as you're walking through the grocery store and stuff. And I caught myself. I was like, oh yeah, I guess I do make some kind of funny faces under this mask and nobody knows.
I just realized I match my picture today. Oh gosh. All right. Well, we're still some people in the waiting room. I don't know who on here ordered shirts already, but I love them. I'm wearing one of mine today. I'm pulling a Gary Keller here. So got the blazer, got the shirt. We got
I've
this.
got mine on that I got from Pat McAvoy that's embroidered. It says KW Raleigh. He's already got the logo uploaded and everything.
All right. Are you guys ready to rock and roll? It's Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Okay, today's Tuesday. And you know what? The weather outside may not be beautiful, but we have an opportunity here to bring the sunshine and bring the happiness and bring the energy to you guys. So I'm gonna ask real quick before we go to you telling us something good, everybody just unmute and laugh and scream and shout and show some energy here. Let us know that you're alive. Let us know that you're excited to be here. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Hello, yay!
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
That is awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So doesn't that feel good? That wakes you up, that fills you up, that tells your energy. So now's your chance. Tell us, share with this group, share with everybody here, share something good that has happened to you since we last met. Whether it was yesterday, a month ago, tell us something good. Go. Unmute and go.
I'll go. I got to come into the office the other day for the first time in a while for the award ceremony, and it was fun to see some of you for the first time in a long time, or first time ever for some of you, but it was nice to actually get back together in person, so I enjoyed that.
I'm getting acclimated with everything. I've only been a license for about a month, so everything's super fresh and new, but learning as I go and tuning in when I can, and excited to be here. Thanks, Jessica.
I won a visiting award last night, and I have 2 new listings coming up by the end of the month.
Go, Gina. Good job. Good, Carol.
I was going to say I learned a lot about campaigns this week. I made a lot of mistakes, and so I'll never forget those items. But I put out a campaign. I've got 70 responses. So
I got 70 leads from a Facebook campaign.
Yes.
Holy smokes. What was your
Do you-
budget on that? How much did you spend?
I think I spent 40.
Oh my gosh. So what? Better than 50 cents per lead? That's amazing.
Do you guys hear that? So number one, Carol said campaigns. Number two, her budget was $40. And number three, she had 70 leads. Holy cow. Power of command. That's awesome. Who else? Who's next?
Carol, I was gonna say I need to learn some of the mistakes that you had made because I need those 40 leads. I mean those leads.
Guess what class is next? It's Carol's class.
Yay.
Woo, woo, let's go.
Who else has something good?
I'll share something good. I'm hosting an event this Saturday at Bowstring Pizza and Brew, so I hope everyone comes out. They have a really awesome outdoor area, so you can play some yard games, you can bring your dog, bring your family. It's a networking event. We're also raising money for our local veterans organization. And if you donate blood, you get a free slice of pizza and a free drink. So come out on Saturday, Bowstring Pizza and Brew, and there's details on the Facebook page.
That's awesome. Awesome that you're doing that, Raina. Thank you. Anything else? I know some of you guys are dying to talk. Who's the wrestler? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, never mind. Anyway, all right.
Nature Boy? Who's that?
Who does the ear thing?
Oh, is that The Rock?
Definitely Hulk Hogan. Definitely Hulk Hogan.
There we go. Old WWF before it all changed over.
Nature Boy is Ric Flair, y'all. Come
Chris
on.
is a Hulkamaniac, and I just found that out.
I mean,
Uh,
what can I
I'm
say?
an Ultimate Warrior, and Macho Man Randy Savage. So, all right.
I'd like to add one thing. I started getting more requests for measuring houses, and that really helps on putting my budget together until I get a house closed. I'm
That's
excited
awesome.
about that.
Good.
So if anyone in the office ever needs measurements on a house, Carol's your girl. Give her a call.
Ah, thanks, Jessica.
You're welcome. You're
Can I
welcome.
ask a question about that? Do you do floor plans too with the measurements? I forgot to ask.
Absolutely, that's part of the measurements.
That is,
don't
okay.
I don't put the walls in unless you want to add that extra, but I do put the measurements of all the rooms and where they're located.
Okay, good.
And Carol, you have a background in engineering, don't you?
Yes, I do. I have my professional license. So did a lot of measuring for my work before.
So you can measure a 30-story skyscraper or a 3-bed, 2-bath ranch in Raleigh,
That is true.
either one.
That is true.
Oh, that's funny. So,
Carol.
all right, guys. Quote of the day. Culture happens, whether it's planned or not. All companies have a culture. So why not create a culture we love? How much do you love our culture? Look at what we have here. Our culture is you guys, right? You are what make this great. You are what make real estate exciting. You are what makes us as a leadership team so enthusiastic about showing up every day for you. Gary Keller and Keller Williams have created a phenomenal culture across the board, but the culture we have here today is because of you. So we want to continue to show love to you, show love back to us, show love to each other, but you are the culture. And that's why we are what we are, who we are, what we are, and why we are doing incredible, amazing things here in the Raleigh area. All right, Miss Sunkel and Miss Molden, what you got for us?
I don't know what I got for y'all. What I got for y'all? I got phone calls from y'all. I love it. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of a couple of things. I know we've been having some questions about some of these unseen that need to be done for these crazy.
Oh, Sharon, you muted. Sharon.
I was gonna say, Jessica, just let her go.
Oh, Scott, that's not nice. The culture is to let me know. Thank you so much, Jessica. I was on a roll too. About the market that we're currently in and how it is, we're needing addendums for things. And so, of course, we're going to let the attorney get on later on and talk about one that it seems to be necessary right now with this market, the appraisal addendum. So hopefully he'll go into more details about that, and the unseen, where we put in coming soon signs and people are giving us offers before we can even get it actively in the MLS. Just make sure that you're not showing the house when you're in the coming soon. No, you can't show your friend that's down the street that might be interested in it. So just stay on top of that. And also just to know, I want everybody to know Art's he teaches a class of compliance the last Friday of every month. Is that correct, Jessica?
That's correct, yes.
If you are having questions or you're constantly running into some things, please, it's for the whole market center. It's not just for her PC program, it's for the whole market center. Please get on there, because I have questions that can easily be answered with Art, because he is the art compliance person. And he and I are trying to be on the same page with everything that we're giving out to everybody. So definitely jump on that. And also, just know I'm available for any time you need me for anything. And there's one other thing I'm missing. Don't jump to, oh, thank you so much for that. Did you know that we're in all of these MLSs now?
No.
No, we are. And I'm exhausted taking all the classes that you need to take in the training in order to be in those MLSs. But we are in all of those MLSs. And if you want to join one, then you can reach out to Jeremy and myself, because Jeremy has some paperwork for the Flex MLS. I definitely have it for the Alamance, the Triad, and the Goldsboro one. Jeremy may have that. But yeah, so we're spreading all over the place.
This must cover about half the state.
It's at least up to Winston-Salem, and as far down in South Carolina, and as far up as Little Washington.
How much more do we need to pay per each of them?
Each one is different. So if you're in the Flex and you decide to join the Flex, I think it's $110 to join and $60 a month.
Okay.
And they bill you every month. The Alamance is a lot less. I gotta remember what it is, but it seems like it's
$260 per year. Does that sound right?
I think they went up, Scott. But that's a year. And we're MLS only, so you don't have to join the board. You just can get in. The Triad, I want to think it's $100 to get in. And I think there's like a $385 that you have to initially do. And then after that, it's like I want to say $150. So I can't remember what it is, but it's maybe like $60 a month or $65. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it does cover Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem.
Got it.
Can you send us how to access those? Can you send us how to access those, Sharon?
Well, you tell me which ones, because it's a lot of paperwork. You tell me what you want to get some information about, and I'll share it with you. Just email me.
Okay. Also,
Okay.
where can I get in the class on compliance on Fridays? Is there
Natasha's been very nice, where she's actually been posting things on Facebook, where all of our events are on the Facebook where you can get in and join. But she has a link, and it's every Friday. I mean, every month on the last Friday of the month. So the next one will be what, the 26th, I think.
Yeah, and make sure you guys have the calendar too, the office calendar saved. So if you don't have that, reach out to Natasha to get access to it.
Right, because all of it is on that calendar.
I just missed it before.
It's okay.
Yep, it's between the two calendars, and then the newsletter that we send out every Sunday is highlighting what's going on for that week with all the links and stuff attached as well. So there's nothing that you would miss.
Hey,
right.
Can we do something really quick for like 30 seconds? Role play, either Megan or Sharon.
Okay.
One of you be the listing agent who has a coming soon listing, and I will be the buyer, and I'm calling you on your sign number. Who am I talking to, Megan or Sharon?
Go ahead, Megan.
Megan, you up for it?
She's tough. She's tough version.
Let me relocate because I have people in here.
All right, so the scenario is Megan has a coming soon listing. It's got a coming soon rider out on the sign and everything. And I am a buyer, and I have called the phone number on her for sale sign. Ready, Megan? You're good.
Yeah, there we go.
All right,
On the floor.
ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Megan. This is Scott. I'm sitting out in front of your listing at 123 Main Street.
Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you? How much is it?
Well, that depends. What are you looking for?
Well, how much is this house?
This one is $350.
Okay, it's perfect. Can I get in and see it this afternoon?
You can't. It's actually coming soon. Showings do not start until April 1st on this listing.
I don't understand that. I just want to
Are
see
you
it.
represented by an agent, Scott?
No, I'm not represented by an agent, so you could be my agent too.
Yeah, so regardless, I can't show you this home until April 1st. I'm also happy to make a connection with a great buyer's agent who can represent you if you're interested, but this house is coming soon. We cannot show it to anybody at all until April 1st.
So what if you can have the whole commission because I don't have an agent?
No, unfortunately, I still cannot show it to you until April 1st, Scott.
What if I will also pay you a bonus on top of that of $1,000?
Would you believe me if I said I still can't show it to you until April 1st, Scott?
This stinks.
It does. I'm
All right.
happy to connect you to someone
Okay.
who can show it to you on April 1st, Scott.
Good job. She passed the test.
Go, Megan.
That's important though, guys. People are letting people into these coming soon properties, and coming soon literally means nobody can see it. Not your team members, nobody else.
There's no commission big enough to be worth our integrity or our reputation. So.
And just for the record, we do have agents who, if you don't allow them to go see the house, and all of a sudden it is active and then under contract within seconds of being up there, they're sending complaints to the real estate commission, and we're trying to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make sure that is not one of our agents.
Sharon, can I ask a question here for everybody as well? The sight unseen.
Right.
So those that are putting offers on coming soon's sight unseen, what is your take on that, or anything that you want to share?
About the sight unseen?
Yeah, so a buyer calls because they want to put an offer on the property because it's coming soon, but they haven't seen it. What is the best protocol for the agents in here to practice?
Well, the thing to do is to make sure that when you're submitting that offer that you do have that sight unseen signed, because what you're basically saying is that they have not seen the house and they have a certain amount of time to after they put it under contract where they can actually go look at the house. But once you release that money, that due diligence that everybody thinks that maybe, just maybe they can't, is refundable, it's not. So make sure you inform your clients about what they're signing. There's another addendum, of course, which is this appraisal, because you're submitting money, crazy amounts of money over the asking price, trying to win the house. And the problem with that is if it doesn't appraise, and sellers are getting wise because their listing agents are getting wise, and they're saying, if it doesn't appraise for this $10,000 that you put over asking price, that you pay for it. So you need to make sure you're informing your clients you're on the hook for that as well.
Can a listing agent that has it coming soon accept a contract before it goes active?
Yes, if you provide an unseen addendum, which Keisha has provided to us, it should be available on our Facebook private page under documents. If not, we'll be more than happy to share it with you again, but it should be up there, but yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to ask the same question 3 different ways.
Okay.
Sharon, I have a question. Sharon, as the listing agent, if we're doing coming soon and we get it under contract before it goes active, just to cover ourselves, would it behoove us to put a sight unseen addendum through like the MLS documents for the MLS to look at themselves, you know, where you've got the MLS docs and then you've got the public docs or the agent docs. Would it be better just to cover ourselves to upload
I mean,
that
you
if
can,
somebody does complain?
absolutely, you can put that as, you know, that's offered. If they want to have a document they can access, for sure, I would do that. But most buyer agents or companies pretty savvy. They're providing their own when they present that offer, but absolutely have that as an option.
I'm thinking also of once we do get it under contract, like it goes from active to under contract immediately, just to keep the complaints from coming in from buyer's agents, if we should get the one that the buyer actually signed and upload it to the MLS, not the MLS docs that the MLS board looks at, not the agents look at. Does that make sense?
Right, but I always tell them, put it in as you get a sight unseen one and you're contemplating putting that offer, you know, I mean, accepting that offer, then by all means, when you're doing it, most of the time I say sometimes you could put it as active if you want, because sometimes you think it's a great thing for the sellers, but sometimes you may be doing a disservice to your sellers because you may get something that's even more money and you're accepting that offer. And then of course there may be some other offers out there that might be even better. So that's something you have to discuss with your seller though.
All right, guys, moving on to Mr. Becker. Let's get our commercial update. Thank you, Sharon and Megan.
So, question before we move, sorry. So what is the protocol, what is the procedure that you recommend for those unseen offers? Those unseen, yeah. So to have that addendum signed, and on the addendum it says that the buyer has the opportunity to see the property and walk away if they decide not to pursue.
Right.
How long is that time?
What's your question? And is this something that maybe you can ask me afterwards so we can get past this?
Okay.
Contact, yeah,
Sure.
contact me so that way, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right,
Okay.
Gary.
All right, thanks. Hi, everybody. There are actually some interesting comings and goings that I thought you'd like to hear about. First up, the demolition of the former Seaboard 18 complex across from William Peace University has begun. The development will eventually feature more than 600 residences spread over 3 buildings, more than 130,000 square feet of retail, restaurants, and entertainment concepts, and also a planned hotel with underground parking. So there's a big project right there. Another big project is the next phase of North Hills, where it's going to be called North Hills Innovation District. And this is the space between St. Albans Drive and Interstate 440. If you've driven by recently, the place is going crazy anyway, but they finished the Vine Apartments, which was completed late last year. The next phase is going to include an 18-story Class A office building, another one, which is called North Hills Tower 5, another 200-unit apartment complex, and a 2-story, 20,000 square foot food hall. So when that happens, that'll actually be the 3rd food hall in Raleigh, but the first one that's not really in the downtown area. So that will continue that whole area of growth. And then you may have heard, did anybody hear that Cameron Village is changing its name? Yeah, apparently the Cameron family was one of the largest owners of slaves back in the days. So they are trying to change they're going to change the name of Cameron Village to Village District. So eventually you'll start seeing signs to that effect. You know, whether or not people stop calling it Cameron Village remains to be seen, but officially that will change to Village District. Also in the path of progress, Goodnight's Comedy Club is being torn down over by NC State. They will relocate, but that whole block by them is going to become another set of apartments. There's already an apartment complex closer by the block near Hillsborough Street And this will be just 2 blocks down from that. So again, progress in every direction. And lastly, I thought this was interesting. It's not something you would associate with commercial real estate, but I saw an article on the worst traffic lights in the triangle. And the way they categorize that is by the amount of time that your light is actually green. So for Wake County as a whole, the average on green is 69%, which is pretty good because it means your green light 69% of the time. Anybody want to hazard a guess on what the worst intersection in Raleigh is?
7.
Well, I mean, physically where the worst location is.
I got a bad feeling it's here on Six Forks Road somewhere.
That's actually correct. So you're halfway there. It's if you're coming south on Six Forks and you hit 540, that light is only green 23.5% of the time. So almost 80% of the time you're on a red light coming down that way. In Durham, the worst intersection is at the intersection of Irwin and Franklin Street, which is only green 28% of the time. And in Chapel Hill, the worst intersection is East Cameron Avenue and South Columbia Street, which runs through the campus of UNC, is only green 24% of the time.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct.
So I guess as a baseline, where my thinking goes immediately is, as a baseline, I would think it should be green like 50% of the time, roughly, right? If it goes 4 ways, it should be green like roughly 50% of the time, and they're not.
The Wake County average is 69.
I don't know how that's mathematically possible.
I imagine it's based on the main street. Which one is the main street?
Right.
And the most cars are traveling through that street, I believe. So that's why it should be higher.
It could be, but it says here the average on green for Wake County is 69%, which is actually better than Mecklenburg and Forsyth. For some reason, they call out those counties.
Actually,
so now you know which counties or which intersections to avoid.
Hector is correct as a reason.
And it's just like life, you know, if you can have green lights 69, 70% of the time, you're doing all right.
Yeah, if you're a good planner, you can get around it, right?
And that's what I was going to say, Gary. There's always a way around it. So if you know where there's a roadblock, go around. Nothing can stop you from getting where you need to be.
There you go. That's all I got.
Thank you, Gary. All right. Oh, next is May. So productivity coaching group. I am excited, elated. Like, I don't even know how we got to this number. Where we are, we're at 53 agents in the program right now. And I will just say that it's golden. My heart is in this. This is the highlight of my day. We wake up every morning. We have an 8:30 huddle every day. And these agents, they are committed. They are learning. They are growing. They are collaborating, the camaraderie, the business that they are doing. So I can't speak enough for the agents that are in the program, that are committed to the program. I can't speak enough to the program and what it's creating. It's keeping you from getting lost and feeling overwhelmed, and it's teaching you a lot, but you have a lot of shoulders to lean on, and it's just absolutely incredible. So my pitch to this is just, honestly, thank you to the agents for entrusting us and entrusting me as your coach, ultimately, and for committing to yourself to helping learn real estate and growing your business the way that you want to grow your business, and having us as the foundation and the confidence behind you while you do that. So that's what I'm going to say about that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Before I hop over to Ron, I just want to make one quick note on our training calendar while I have this moment of opportunity before we continue going on. For those of you that are not aware of what's going on, we have our calendar mapped out virtually for the rest of the year. So it is very easy to get plugged in and see what's going on out there. It's in our Facebook events on our page. It's on our Google Calendar link. We're bringing forth consistency and leverage for you guys to help you grow, help you expand. And this is topics on all levels. It is not just for the new agent. So we have our Capper masterminds, we have Q&A panels, we will have our own in-house clubhouse in person, talking high level on topics, in addition to all the basics from buyers to sellers to marketing and branding and everything. So whether you're a brand new agent, an agent that's been doing this for a couple of years, or you're like, you know, I've been doing this for 20, 30 years, there is something there for you. And we invite you to participate in it. And it's an opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to lead and to step up and share your experiences with others, because that's where we grow the most. So it's where we have an opportunity to learn the most, is by stepping up and leading. And I want to give a shout out, Daniel, Mark Corvin, the Wombles, Sandra, they have all stepped up to teach these classes. They are pouring back into the agents from what they have learned, from what they know. And I just want to say thank you to them for doing that. And we have more continue to do that. So this week, tomorrow is our first Q&A panel. And we have, it's top rookies. We have Jose, Mark Corvin, Katie, and Margie on our panel. It's an open opportunity for anybody to ask any questions. And these are the things that we're going to do. And if there's something that you guys want to see come out there, just let us know. So we are all about what we can do to better you. That's what I got. Now my mouth is going to zip a minute. Now we're headed over to Ron. Ron, you there?
Well, I'm pretending to be Ron today.
Oh, we got Chris. Hi,
Yeah.
Chris.
Hi. How are you guys?
Good, good.
I hope everybody's having a good week. Most of the office today or yesterday or tomorrow is getting their second vaccine shot. So we are very nearly able to go out into the world like normal people and visit everyone. First thing I'm doing is getting a haircut, because I'm starting to look like a down on their luck lawyer from a 1980s TV movie with all this feathered hair. But I know that you guys wanted to talk about addendums today, if I understand.
Yes, if you can give a quick lowdown on that, I think that would be huge leverage and for the agents here.
Yeah, so I think the appraisal addendum is the big one right now. We're getting requests for that every single day. And there are two versions of that. There's the version that matters to you right now and the version that doesn't matter quite as much. There is the version that says if it doesn't appraise, you are putting the seller on the hook. That if it doesn't appraise, the seller agrees to reduce it to a certain number. That's not going to happen in this market. There's literally no reason for a seller to sign that agreement. So that one doesn't matter right now. But in the future, when the world changes and things get back to some semblance of normalcy, you might need something like that. But the one that matters right now is the one that says, if the house doesn't appraise, the buyer agrees just to buy it anyway at that price, and they're not going to ask for a reduction. My main caveat to that template, we have it, like I think we sent it over to you guys earlier this week. You guys have that and the other one in your templates. But my main caveat to that agreement is basically to say that it doesn't do what you think it does. That addendum is a feel-good addendum. It makes the seller feel good. You send it in and the seller's like, yeah, they're gonna buy this house no matter what, even if it doesn't appraise, because they're offering $35,000 over ask on a $240,000 house. But it doesn't actually do that, because you guys know, as long as you get your appraisal in before the end of due diligence, that you can terminate for no stated reason. So if you submit that with your offer, just keep it in your back pocket, that make sure your appraisal comes in, and then your buyer has that choice. If it doesn't appraise, your buyer can say, sure, I'm still fine with it. Or they can say it's too much. I'm not spending that much of a difference. And they just terminate for no stated reason. And I get a little nervous that listing agents and sellers don't realize that part of it. You know, that ability to terminate for no stated reason still exists. But it does make a seller feel better, and it does communicate to a buyer, don't ask, which may or may not be the right thing. I think in this market, it's probably the right thing. I think everybody already knows it without the addendum. Don't ask, because if you can't do it, they're going to relist it and sell for $15,000 more than that contract anyway. But I think that's the key on that. But we have a template. It's super easy. It's a fill in the blank. to fill that in and send it along with your offer.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Any questions to Chris?
I have a question. Chris, do you have an unseen addendum that you have provided to other people, that you work with?
Yep. So we do have one, and I would assume, I don't know what Keisha's looks like. I assume it's pretty similar. The sight unseen addendum essentially works as a split due diligence form. So because the contract it has split earnest money where you can do initial earnest money and additional earnest money, doesn't have the same thing for due diligence. And this basically does that. It says your initial due diligence is due at the time of contract. So whenever you submit the offer and they accept initial due diligence of some amount, which is truly just what you're paying to get the house under contract.
That's right.
And then it basically says that once it's open for viewing, the person who's under contract, this buyer, has the right to go see it. And we have it measured in hours. You can do it by a day or 2 days or whatever, but we actually have it going for hours. Within X number of hours of being able to see it, they either have to terminate, which then the seller gets to keep that initial due diligence, or in order to keep that contract live, they have to pay an additional due diligence, which is generally substantially more than the first. And then it's just a normal contract with your earnest money being due, either if you do initial or additional at whatever point. But that's the way it's sort of structured to sort of split up your due diligence.
Can you share that with us so we have more than one option to look at, so that way we can have both of the addendums from both our attorneys? Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hey, Chris, so basically they're buying an option, right? They're just saying like, I'm giving you, and my question was going to be on that first round of due diligence, just to get a look at the house, what are you seeing most commonly as an amount of money?
I mean, what is common, I can't, this market's insane. I'm uncomfortable with folks doing more than about $1,000.
Okay.
But people are, in this market, people are willing to sort of go out on a limb a little bit. And we're starting to see that. But I would think that $1,000 is probably the most you want to pay for that. But your buyers are going to do whatever they think they have to do to finally get this house.
And Laura Alexander asked, and I think I know the answer to this, but I'll let you answer it. How does that work with VA loans?
VA loans, that is not protected.
Okay, in the appraisal, with the appraisal, okay.
That's right.
Right. So I guess that the reason that I asked that question is because I've had 3 VA first-time buyers, and we can't get past because I've got 3 ready, willing, and able buyers, but because of this addendum and this market that we're in, my folks are still renting. So I just didn't know if there's any what recommendations. Because of course we want them into a home, but we've got active duty military that can't beat that. They're not going to be able to come out of their pocket with the difference with the appraisal and what these prices are asking.
And that's the bigger issue is right now, for most sellers, a VA financing will be less appealing than other options that they can secure right now, right? Being a cash offer, a conforming loan, something like that. So that the VA buyer is going to have a challenging time buying in it. This market's like nothing I've ever seen, or probably most people on the meeting today. We've never seen a seller's market as extreme as it is right now.
No, this is crazy. And it's hard. As they say in VA, it's really hard.
And I've only been at this a year, so I'm like, I'm missing something. Something's not right. What am I doing wrong?
You're right. Something's not right. It's definitely not right. It's just the market is completely. Okay. Well, I was joking with a friend the other day. I said, the definition of a market is meeting of the minds, right, between a buyer and seller and some product or service, and we almost don't have a market right now. It's not a functioning market,
Right. All right. Well, I just wanted to do a kind of like a self-awareness check here and make sure I wasn't missing the mark somewhere.
No, you're right on. And I could, if you told me you had a VA buyer right now, I would know that you would have a challenge getting them under contract right now, just based on that. So.
All right, thank
It's
you.
not your fault.
And one solution to that is finding the house for them before it's even on the market. That's the best solution, is getting on the ground and finding the house before there's any competition.
Yeah.
Hector,
So-
did you have a question? He's still on. Nope. Okay.
Me?
No, Hector. I think he was.
Yeah, basically, I would like for a recommendation for everybody regarding what is the best way to handle those unseen offers.
So why don't we put a video out there, Sharon? We'll do a video on the best protocol to do a sight unseen offer.
And Hector, I would invite you to next month's Capper Mastermind, and that can be something that we talk about. We had a Capper Mastermind last week. We'll be doing it again in a few weeks, and that would be a great thing to mastermind with a group of Cappers about. So
sure, I will be there.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Chris.
All right, next, do we have any of our ALC members on here today? I know I saw Gina earlier. I can't see everybody.
Karen was there.
Yes, I'm here.
Would you like to share what's going on with the ALC to our group real quick? Or
Well, right now, Culture Committee, or Culture Club as I'll call it, we have a meeting today. It's going to be Zoom only. But at 1:30, for anyone who would like to tune in, Natasha has that Zoom link. We are really gearing up more for Red Day right now, which is May the 13th, I believe. It's the second Thursday of May. We're going to be going out to Hope Reigns, which is a facility for kids. It's like a horse facility for kids up off of Highway 98. But I am working and trying to coordinate that right now for Red Day, as well as working on other fun events for our office. So if you have any fun events you would like to run by me, please, shoot me an email or a text, or just show up for the meeting today.
all right, thank you, Gina. So, I'll speak on behalf of the ALC members that are not here. They are all working on different committees and different things for the office. They have posted things in our group before, but if you see any of these faces around the office, or you want to reach out to them and ask what it is they're working on because you would like to help, if there's something that you're passionate about and you want to be a part of it, please reach out to the ALC or to us, and we can connect you with them so you can become a bigger part of what it is that they are working on for the office, for both of our offices.
And Jessica, can you tell them what all the committees are that they can be involved in? We know Gina has the culture committee, but what are the other ones?
So James is on the growth committee, which has to do with agent recruiting and agent retention. That's the easy way to say that on how we grow our agents. Karen is on, Sharon, she's on diversity. Lynette is on the productivity committee. That has to do with our training calendar and other things that we're conducting that way. Morgan does the finances, and Robert does the technology. So those are the 6 committees that we have. If you need deeper explanations on any of them, please reach out to us and we'll give them to you. But there's a lot more going on within those committees for each of those topics. That's just the overview.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Your culture is your brand. The arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. I did not write that. That doesn't sound like an English sentence to me. So I totally sound like a robot reading it there.
That's how Webster's had it.
Oh, okay. Well, I live in the dictionary of Jess, and that does not make sense to me. Those of you that are in the coaching understand what I'm talking about, as we make up words all the time. But together, we will encourage to dream, learn, do, and become more. We lead by example, encouragement, and motivation. We can. Your culture is your brand. Keller Williams is your brand, but you are your brand. This is your culture. We live and breathe by the culture and what we are doing. We are looking, this is kind of our shout out to you guys. We are looking to, how do I say this? Ramp it up, right? Like let's throw our culture through the roof. Let's throw a party. Let's have a party about this. Let's come together. Let's show your audiences. Let's show the community. Let's show this whole area how much you love what you do. So put out there what you love what you do as part of the culture. One way for us to share that is by you sharing it. When you're in the office, when you have a closing, when you have a conversation with somebody, put it out there, share it, tag Keller Williams Raleigh, tag Keller Williams Wake Forest, hashtag share the love, put something out there, highlight somebody else. If you're attending a training class and you are just super impressed by this, check in, give a shout out to the instructor. We're asking you to share this, to share the love of what you're doing. And I promise you, in sharing the love of the culture and what you're doing here and what we are doing as the Keller Williams community, your business will grow from it, because those are ways to put in front of your audience how much you love what you do. So by grabbing onto the culture and loving, it's going to grow you. Because if you see somebody having a good time doing something, and you're looking for someone in a particular area, if you're looking for an agent, if you're not an agent and you're looking for an agent and you never see them post about real estate, they're never happy about what they're posting, it doesn't look like they're part of a great community or a team, would you pick that agent, or would you pick the agent that is excited day in and day out about what they do and where they are? Anyone want to answer? Who would you pick?
The agent who loves what they do and where they are.
Exactly. So think about what you're projecting to your audience. So this is the invitation to shift what you're putting out there, because that's going to shift the business that you have. This promoting the culture, promoting the love is going to leverage you growing your business, because people will be attracted to that and they will want to work with you because they see you in and out of it all day long and loving what you do. All right, that was another preacher moment by Jess. Jess is a preacher this week, by the way. So if you see me in the office, come in for your little session, okay? All right, I'm rolling it over to Scott. Mr.
All right.
Taylor.
So guys, this is huge. And focus on the left column first, TMLS. So we're going to go through 8 metrics really quick that are what we measure each month to determine, how successful a real estate brokerage is, or we can look at an agent in this. By the way, all of you have a multi-year trends tool that you can get access to through MyKW, and it will show you these numbers for your own business. So here's what's amazing, and this is what you're feeling, is on the left side, and what in a minute you're going to see how challenging it might be to be an agent outside of our market center right now. So TMLS, closed units. So we're looking at year to date. So January and February, fairly small sample size, but it's a 1/6 of the year. So we're approaching the end of the first quarter here. But for the first 2 months of the year, closed sales comparing January and February 2021 to January and February 2020, closed sales in units are only up 7%. How much is it up for us though? Interesting math here, Jeremy. Oh yeah, you got it right. Never mind. He's outperforming by 48%. So we're up 55%. We've sold 55% more homes that same period this year than last year. For the MLS, closed sales volume, so you notice the units are up a little bit, the volume's up more because what's happening to the prices right now? Going up, right?
Wait, were you questioning my math, Scott?
I did for just a second.
Okay.
He's like, I didn't make a mistake. And you, like 99.99% of the time, he's right. I won't tell anybody about the one time, Jeremy. All right, so closed sales volume for the MLS up 17%. For our market center, however, up 46%. So we're outpacing the MLS by 29%. Listings taken units, this is what we're feeling, right? What's going on in the MLS for number of listings being taken? Down 9%. So there are 9% fewer listings taken over these 2 months than the same time last year. However, our market center has taken 24% more listings than the same time last year. So we're outperforming by 33%. See how that works when you add a negative to a positive in this case? The number actually goes up, right? Jeremy got it right, didn't he?
He did.
Listings taken volume down 4% for the MLS, up 52% for the Market Center. Listings sold units. So the number of listings sold in the MLS up 7%, nothing to get excited about. For our Market Center, however, up 84%. We're outpacing the MLS by 77%. That's huge for the number. So if I was going on a listing appointment this afternoon, guess what stat I would take with me? That would be one of the stats I would take. I would say, well, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, the MLS sold 7% more listings in January and February last year than the year before. My office, however, sold 84% more listings in the same period. Sign here, press hard, 3 copies. Listings sold volume for the MLS up 17%, for KW Raleigh and Wake Forest up 71%, outpacing by 54%. This one's crazy. So written sales units, when does this start to show up? When we write a contract, how long until the money shows up?
60 to 90 days.
30 days, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days, somewhere in there. So here is what our peers outside the Market Center are getting ready to feel. In the TMLS, written sales units, same period, were down 35%. And yet we are up 46%. So we outperformed by 81%. And then in sales volume, the MLS's written contracts for over those 2 months down 31%. We're up 62%, outpacing by 93%. So just amazing results. This is all of you guys.
So, and you guys, like that graph may be complicated to share with your audience. They may not know what they're looking at. Pull one of those things off of there and create a graphic and put it out there. So give them something, feed them the stuff you want them to see.
Yeah.
So that's going to help. That's going to have them raise their hand to have that conversation with you.
Exactly. So for buyer sellers, hey, think about how you might use this for anybody that wants to grow their profit share. So if you're doing a deal with an agent from another firm, you might talk with them about some of these statistics and say, hey, I don't know how you guys are doing over there at XYZ company, but we're outpacing the MLS by 81% in the number of contracts we're writing right now. Come over and talk to us or come to a class. So just an idea. All right, and then this is the broader market data looking at new listings. So for February 2020 compared to February 2021, look at what's happened in new listings, down 9.4%. Under contract sales up 8.7%. So what happens to the inventory when you take fewer listings and the number you're selling goes up? Inventory shrinking, right? We're pinching that inventory. Closed sales, fairly flat. Look at days on market. From 39 to 21. And keep in mind, that's all price ranges. And that even includes the things that are kind of crazy deals out there that don't ever sell, right? I bet if we went and looked, we could probably find a listing that's been on the market for 300 days.
Oh, they're out there.
They're out there. So that skews that number up. Median sales price is up 8.1%. Average sales price is up 10.4%. Percent of original list price received. Last year, in February, it was 97.8%, meaning you could make an offer at less than asking price and likely get the house. It's now 100.3% as an average. So on average, nothing is selling at below or even at asking price. Percent of list price, so that's of original list price, and then percent of list price received is 100.5%. Our housing affordability index has gone down a little bit. So looking at payments and incomes and things like that. And inventory of homes for sale last February was 7,511. And what is it this year?
Crazy.
2,759. So our inventory number of homes for sale in our MLS is down 63%, 63.3%. That's crazy, right? Ed Yanchik just looked for us. There are 58 residential properties in the MLS with over 300 days on market. So keep that in mind. That's a lot of days stacked up that are skewing that number up from 21. So the real, if you've got a decent property that's priced even close to fair, it's nowhere near 21 days on market, right? You all can attest to that. Month supply of inventory. So if no new inventory came on the market based on the rate that the market is absorbing the properties, or that buyers are buying the properties up, last year, this month, it was 2.1 months of supply. So it would have taken 2.1 months to sell all of the houses that were on the market. This year, it's 0.7. What do we consider a balanced market? How many months of supply in general? The old rule of thumb.
Balanced is 4 to 6.
4 to 6. You're exactly right, Gina. Like, we always used to hear 6, but we haven't seen 6 in a really long time. So I would agree with you. I would think 4 to 6 is kind of a balanced market. And some of us in the meeting will remember a time when you would list a house and you would think, well, I'll probably get an offer within about 30 to 45 days, and hopefully it will be good enough. And I'll have this deal sold and closed in 3 to 4 months. That's how the business used to be. It's not like that anymore. So new listings. So just very, very quick, looking at February, the 3 graphs show you 3 different years. So you can see how many new listings came on the market in February 2019, 2020, and 2021. So we're definitely down back in line with 2019. And then the purple bars show same years show year to date. So in this case, 2 months instead of 1 month of data. And these are under contracts. So you can see how we've been selling more and more, looking at 2019, 2020, 2021 in February, and then year to date, same thing. It's been gradually increasing, and yet we just went over the inventory issues, and now you're starting to see why. We're selling more, we're listing less and selling more. And there's a point when, that's why I was kind of joking that we don't really have a functioning market right now, because when those 2 lines meet, what happens? Like, we're selling this many and we're listing this many. What happens when those lines meet, right? It's a problem. Was there one more? I think there's one more graph, right? Closed sales. Closed sales.
That's still the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see the trend now. I mean, notice that we saw a definite trend increasing on the under contracts going up 2019, 2020, 2021. And now you'll see for closed sales, it's starting to flatten out because we just don't have the supply right now. Days on market. Yeah. Look how that's just fallen off a cliff. And if things don't change, and we don't think they will change in the very, very near term, meaning interest rates are very low, a lot of employment is actually pretty strong. If those things don't change, would we expect this to improve anytime soon? No, I would expect March to look similar, if not worse. So days on market. Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep in mind since you know what these stats are, and you know that the average sales price is 100.3% according to what it's being listed at. If you have a buyer that their pre-approval is for 300, you might not even want to look at a $300,000 house. You might have to look at 285, 290 as their top, because you know you're going to have to offer over. So keep that in mind when you're with buyers. Don't take them to the top of their price range and what they can afford, what their purchasing power is, because you won't have the leverage to beat out all the other offers that are there.
And we have to go keep drumming up listings, right? So we have to do what we have to do. We talked about that at the Capper Mastermind last week about how to go get listings. We've got to go get more, show people that now's a great time to sell and be in charge and command their price.
So, all right. Oh, the slide looks weird here. We've had 24 people join us since our meeting last month. So if you see, and in our new weekly newsletters that go out, we're putting them in there as well. If you see any of these agents, you know, introduce yourself. If you see a face around the office you haven't seen before, introduce yourself, say hello, see how things are going, offer up some help, tell, you know, buddy up, talk to them. But you know, we're really, really excited for this group that has joined us. So share the love.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. So this is kind of exciting, and this is happening because of you all, because of the team and the culture that we have here. But we attracted 24 agents, and we are now out of 820 Keller Williams offices in the country. We are number 6 fastest growing office. So we are number 1 in the Carolinas region, number 1 in the Triangle, and number 6 in the entire company, which is pretty amazing. And that's just the result of you all being awesome and this being a great place to work. So.
And Scott, aren't we beating Gary Keller's office in some stats as well?
We
That's
are.
how awesome you guys are.
To send him an email. He and I traded emails about something last year, and I've been meaning to send him a follow-up to that. So I think I'm going to do it. And I may find a nice way to point that out that we're beating Market Center number 1 in Austin.
Yes, and we will do a better job of sharing this to you. But I mean, those are incredible things. So for us to be leading and outpacing some of the top market centers in the country, you guys just became one of them. And it's because of you. It's because of you and what you're doing and what you're going out there and the clients you're working with, the listings you're getting, the offers you're writing. It's because of you that we continue to grow and climb the stats the way that we are. So thank you. All right, we're going to go through, I want to be respectful of time. Does this look weird on your screen too? I don't know why it looks weird on mine. Okay, well, we're going to go through our cappers real quick. So we have Anna. We have Tom, Michael, the Clarks. We got Jordan and Kadri, Mr. Robert Joins, Reagan, Katie, Natalie, and yeah. So there's all our cappers. Unmute yourself real quick, show a clap or do that little icon, show a clap to all our cappers. Capper status is huge because what does that mean? 100% commission in your pocket. Amazing, amazing. So March birthdays. These are March birthdays, right? I don't even know. Oh, these are birthdays since the last meeting. So I've lost it. I've had too much coffee today. I've lost it. We got Dylan. We've got Dylan, Jessica, Steve, Ethan, Adrian, Nicole, Monica. We got some balloons on there. We got Sandra, another Jessica, Kathy, Ethan, Adrian. Well, what happened? Laura, Camille, Leslie. Something happened. We got Katie, Kathy. I don't know what happened. Everything froze on my end. Okay, here's our birthdays. Amy, Erica, Jean, David, Raina, and Audrey. Happy birthday to all of you.
A lot of March babies.
We do. There's a lot of March babies, and a lot of us are Pisces. I love my Pisces. All right. Scott, do you want to go through our top producers?
So awards, we're going to go through these fairly quickly. So these are our top individuals. So one agent in production for listings taken: Eddie Wilson, Karen Foster, Rupert Bryan. Number 2, Matt Bergman, Todd Harrison, Zach Ritter, and then there were 12 people tied for 3rd place with 1 listing. For top teams, Amy Bush Commercial with 5, number 1, and then there was a 4-way tie for 2nd place. More Real Estate, Morgan Womble Group, Erica Sizemore, and the polling team. And then top groups, The 220 agents with 8, Ruby Henderson team with 6, Four Keys Realty with 3, the Clark team with 2, Ultra Realty with 2, Dreams to Reality team number 1. I'm sorry, number 5 with 1. Written volume, top 10 people in order: Joanne McLeod, way to go; Rupert Bryan, Matt Bergman, David Rutledge, Lynette McAvoy, Damon Vaughn, Todd Harrison, Michael Brown, John Strite, and at number 10, Mona Hall, way to go. And our top teams for written volume: Amy Bush Commercial, Morgan Womble Group, O'Brien and Associates, Carolina Homeland Partners, the Polling Team, Homes by Hector Vega, thispropertyavailable.com, the Old Mill Group. Congratulations. And then our top groups: the 220 agents, Ruby Henderson team, the Clark team, Ultra Realty, Four Keys Realty, and Dreams to Reality team at number 6. Remember when we used to have two people on the groups, and it's growing. Closed volume for the month of February. Top individuals in order: John Strite, Natalie Rogers, Michael Brown, Michelle Melvin, Robert Joins, Reagan King, Michelle Licklider, Rupert Bryan, Shanika Benjamin, and Andy Harrell. Way to go, individuals.
Those are 2 PCers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of cool to see, huh? Let's see, top teams. So in order: Amy Bush Commercial, Morgan Womble, Homes by Hector Vega, thispropertyavailable.com, Carolina Homeland Partners, and the Old Mill Group. And then closed volume for the month of February for groups: the Clark team, Ruby Henderson team, the 220 agents, Four Keys Realty, Dreams to Reality team. Way to go. Gross commission income. So this is how we know who to invite out to lunch, and then we forget our wallet. Number 1, Natalie Rogers. Number 2, John Strite. 3, Reagan King. 4, Michael Brown. 5, Michelle Melvin. Number 6, Michelle Licklider. Number 7, Robert Joins. Number 8, Rupert Bryan. Number 9, Shanika Benjamin. And number 10, Andy Harrell. Way to go, guys. And for top teams: number 1, Amy Bush Commercial; number 2, Morgan Womble Group; number 3, Homes by Hector Vega; number 4, Carolina Homeland Partners; number 5, the Old Mill Group; number 6, thispropertyavailable.com. And for top groups for gross commission income: the Clark team number 1, Ruby Henderson team number 2, the 220 agents number 3, Four Keys Realty number 4, and Dreams to Reality team number 5.
Good job, guys.
Way to go. And then these are top team members, so people that are on a team. For closed units: number 1, Anna Sarah; 2, Katie Lynham; 3, Tom Baden, Lindsay Jackson, and Daniel Varag-Tide. Number 4, so just see that Katie has been hanging out in there with Daniel, and she actually beat him this month. That's pretty cool. Just notice that. All right. Number 4, Margie Burns, Brooke Pancoast, and Terry Robinson. And then there was a 10-way tie for 5th place with number 1 with 1. And then this is gross commission income for team members: Brooke Pancoast, Katie Lynham, Daniel Varag, Margie Burns, Tom Baden, Terry Robinson, Anna Acera, Andrea Giangrosso, Eric Jackson, and Lindsay Jackson. Way to go, everybody. Am I doing this one too?
If you want to.
All right, so this is the $1 Million Club. So these are agents and teams that listed, wrote, or closed over $1 million in volume for the month: Amy Bush Commercial, Damon Vaughn, David Rutledge, Joanne McLeod, John Strite, Lynette McAvoy, Matt Bergevin, Michael Brown, Mona Hall, Morgan Womble Group, Natalie Rogers, O'Brien and Associates, Ruby Henderson team, Rupert Bryan, Erica Sizemore Real Estate, SJE Real Estate, the 220 agents, the Clark team, Todd Harrison, and Ultra Realty.
That's huge,
Way
guys.
to go, everybody.
That's a big accomplishment, $1 million in a month. So congratulations to everyone that made any of the lists. Congratulations. So, and we are about to wrap up, and this is how we're going to wrap it up. So this is your opportunity real quick to share if there are any needs or wants that you would like to see, hear from us, share with us, ask of us. The floor is yours for 5 minutes. Okay. What okay, the PCers, you know what I do. Should I call around the room?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Something? Okay, I received an email the other day about the new 60-day challenge for someone. Is that just a repeat of the old 60-day challenge, or it's a total new way of doing it, looking at it? It was an email from someone in the tech department.
Yes, so that was from Chris. It's the 66-day challenge. Now that there's been some transitions with the technology for Keller Williams, through KWRI, they are restarting the 66-day challenge that a lot of us go through with Marty Miller. So because they want to go through to tweak the system to see what improvements, what's working, what's not working, and get feedback from that. So that is the email that you saw.
So they're starting the classes again, the YouTube thing again?
Yes, so Marty has come out with the 66-day challenge 4.0, which is the upgraded version, the most current version. So, and they're asking everybody to go through all of that, because that walks you through 66 things to do in command. And that way they can see what's working, what agents are doing, what they're not doing, and where they need to improve.
Okay.
I have a question. Sharon, do you have your Saturday schedule published yet for your Saturday classes?
It is, I think it's on the Facebook Live and on the agent calendar, the training calendar. Yes, I am doing it this coming Saturday from 10 to 12. It is Saturdays with Sharon. You get to come and ask me those questions that you don't get a chance to catch me in the office or call me about. So yes, but we will be going over the buyer agency agreement. I'm sorry, the listing agreement. So that way, if you're having a listing, how to fill it out. We want to make sure we're all on the same page with that. So I look forward to y'all bringing some healthy snacks for us, although donuts are never not welcome.
So I don't think I have access to the calendar yet. So can you tell me which office you're going to be in on Saturday?
Saturday is Raleigh.
Okay,
I alternate Raleigh one month and Wake Forest the next month.
And Natasha will get out to anybody that does not have the calendar access. She will be emailing that out so you can connect the links. So, and also make sure you leverage when you're in our Facebook group online under the events. If you go to events, all of those classes are listed. And if you click going, it will send you a reminder. And that way, if we have any reminders for the class, we can post it in there as well. So you get an immediate response. Anything else? We've got 3 minutes.
After everybody stops in and sees Sharon on Saturday, come on down to Bowstring, support our veterans.
Perfect timing, perfect.
That's right, support Raina, that's right. Also, if I could just say, can I say one thing before we get off? One of the needs and the wants that I want, if you're a new agent and you have not came and met with me, please, or if not met with me, call me, text me or something. I would love to meet the new agents that are coming in. So that way we can just have a chat and you get to meet me and you're comfortable calling me when you have questions.
Thank you, Sharon. So thank you everyone that came on to our team meeting this month. So it's been amazing. It's been great seeing your faces. Thank you for the cheers. Thank you for the participation. And thank you for continuing to be you and do what you do and make what we do so amazing. So thank you. Until next time, we are here every day if you need us, but we'll see you in a month if we don't see you here. Peace out and love. Bye, guys.